Good afternoon, dear colleagues, students, and their parents. Welcome to our new show, series of online webinars, as we called it, Russian Universities Talk with Education Solutions. And of course, in these sessions, our potential clients are high school students and all the people who are interested in studying in Russia. Today, you can join us in our live translation and get all answers to your questions regarding your future education here. My name is Alina. I am the manager of Education Solutions, and I will be your host today. Greeting my colleague today, the head of International Department, Rasul Salihevich. So we're continuing. We're continuing our series of webinars with one of our strongest and biggest partners among Russian universities, one of the largest medical universities in Russia, Bashkir State Medical University. We have prepared for you an introducing video of the city where this university is located. Let's watch it together. Of course, I think we all can see how beautiful and picturesque the city is, and I'm sure that it deserves a wonderful university. And this year, Bashkir State Medical University was ranked of top 10 Russian universities and top 400 in the whole world. And right now, I'm giving the words to the head of International Department, Rasul Salihevich. Please.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thank you for such amazing video about our city. Let me proceed with my presentation. Currently, I'm on the position of Dean for International Students, and also I'm Associate Professor of Critical Care in our university. So why students should choose our university? First of all, we have state accreditation and all kind of licenses which are required for university to operate with educational, healthcare, and scientific research activities in Russia. So after graduation, your diploma will be fully recognized and approved by Russian government, as well as in 120 countries abroad. We have recently more than 4,300 students from 60 countries all over the globe. You already saw a video about our amazing city. Our university has such high level of educational quality with relatively lower cost of living and relatively low tuition fees. City and Republic gives you a lot of opportunities for work, for example, after classes, to have some recreational activities after your classes, to visit some historical places, natural resorts, etc. Um, as we saw before, we recognized by WHO, and we included in some rankings, international and domestic. So let me say a few words about our location, about our city, about our republic. So as you see, we're located just in between Europe and Asia, in the middle of not geographically, but between European and Asian culture. So we comprise European and Asian things in one place. And our republic is a diversity of cultures, diversity of religions. So any kind of person could find anything for himself in our city and in our republic. Muslim, Christian, Jewish, or person without any religion. Capital of our republic is Ufa, a city with more than 1 million inhabitants. In total, our republic consists of more than 4 million people. Such a beautiful green place with a lot of touristic attractions, famous beekeeping, agriculture, famous, I think, all over the globe. A lot of people visiting our republic to taste this amazing honey, which has also some healing um, capacities. So let's proceed to the university itself. We have more than 90 years of service. Our history begins from early 40s, last century, and during World War II, Moscow universities were evacuated to our city, to Ufa, and now we have a combination of our own medical school together with medical schools of this Moscow University. So if you decided study in Moscow, but you cannot afford it because of high um, cost of living in Moscow or other uh, by other reasons, Ufa is a good place because you will also accept a small piece of this Moscow universities. First of all, Sechenov University. We have a lot of programs for you in our next slides. I will talk about this later. We have our own affiliated clinic with more than 700 beds, and in total we have more than 12,000 students and international students. Uh, it's about practically one half of these students. Soon it will be one half of uh, total number of students in our university. So that makes our university really international. In total, our university has 87 departments, educational departments. We emphasized on simulation-based learning, early clinical exposure. Students have opportunity to work on cadaver models as well as so-called wet labs. For example, students can be allowed to operate laboratory animals, and in a few weeks we will conduct big Olympiad, surgical Olympiad, and the last competition in this Olympiad will be a real operation on real animals. We will buy some pigs, give them anesthesia, and students will be operating these animals in real. Uh, Also, we have amazing faculty members, and each year we increase the number of teachers up to 50 or 100 positions each year. Uh, More than 80% of our teachers are having PhD or PhD level or higher. Clinical exposure is very important, and nowadays we have 700 beds in multidisciplinary clinic, as well as plastic surgery clinic for 250 beds, and eye research institute also connected to our university last year. So our university these days is not just medical university itself. We now calling our university as a University of Life Sciences. In my next slides, I will try to defend this thesis because the programs and the research capacity which we have strictly directed to widen um, our opportunity in research, in education, and the programs for our students increasing each year. We adding 2 or 3 programs each year. For example, this year we added some clinical psychology, medical biochemistry. So we're jumping from just being a university for preparing just doctors to making this educational environment about the human being at all, about all aspects of human life. Number of our students and intake increasing annually, which clearly depicted on the slide. Let me jump a bit faster about these numbers. So also a part of this educational program for undergraduate students, we have a lot of opportunities for doctors who already graduated the university, short courses, continuous medical education, postgraduate courses, and a number of doctors who studied in our university. It's about 25,000 per year right now. Our university comprise different sort of research and science, starting from basic science and translational research, give the opportunity to make a bridge between clinical sciences and basic research, which we conducting together with our partners, famous pharmaceutical industry partners, as well as foreign universities. Regardless of these sanctions, with this political background, our international partners, even from Europe and United States, still with us, and still we conducting this research. Doctors should be beyond any political background. Doctors are doctors in any situation. And also, university won the prize, grant program of Russian government, which called Priority 2030. This gives opportunity to university to improve our scientific facilities, improve our campus, improve our educational facilities, to buy some simulators, to buy some equipment for laboratories, and these all are quite a good guarantee that your quality of education for our future students will be remaining at the top level regardless of any situation around the globe. Let me skip from research part. I think for school children it could be not very interesting. And now, so about international students, about our future students and current students. Nowadays we have 4,300 students, but we planned so a little bit less. But last year the number of applicants was about 3,500, and we accepted 1,500 of them, and number of students slightly increased and exceeded our plans. And by 2030 we are planning to get 7,000 international students. Most of our students taught in English medium. Uh, Nowadays, we have only free program available in English medium. General medicine is very famous. We have more than 20 years of experience in this educational field. Dentistry, a second important English medium program, and pharmacy. Arabic students, they prefer dentistry and pharmacy. Indian students prefer general medicine, for example. So we are open to any opportunities. To establish high quality education, we must constantly improve language capacity of our faculty as well as our students. We teach our students Russian language, and at the same time we conduct the courses from more than 100 our teachers for improving English to be able handle English medium classes. And also we have English speaking faculty from abroad, even from Europe and United States, regardless of any sanctions. So let's begin with educational programs, the part which is more interesting for future applicants. So for five types of program we have. First type is like non-degree level program, which we call preparatory courses, which we organizing for students who wish to study in Russian medium. So they need some time to prepare themselves for this education, and this program starts from some Russian language, and afterwards students learn physics, biology, chemistry, social sciences, and after preparatory year they successfully uh, proceed to undergraduate level, and they choose any of available programs. Second level and second type of our educational programs are secondary voluntary professional education, which is not higher education. In Russia, we call it like medical college. Uh, I don't know the equivalence in Arabic world, so it's not higher education, but in some circumstances, and some citizens of some countries, they prefer this type of programs. And very popular program is prosthetic dentistry. The prosthetic dentists are people who preparing this um, artificial, how to say to non-medical uh, population. It's like artificial tooth, which we transplant to the person if he, for example, have no his own teeth. And fourth type of program, undergraduate program, and we have a lot of them. Bachelor degree and specialist degree. Uh, in the world, we have analogs of bachelor degree, but specialist degree is unique level for Russia. It's kind of between bachelor degree and masters. It's higher than bachelor, but lower than masters. So, sort of this. And second sorry, fourth uh, will be postgraduate level. It's this level comprise master's degree programs, residency, and PhD programs. And fifth level will be continuous medical education for doctors. We will not talk about this today. So secondary voluntary professional education available in such programs as pharmacy, nursing, prosthetic dentistry, lab assistant, and emergency medical technician. Most of international students in our experience prefer prosthetic dentistry because in Russia and abroad this specialty gives higher income, higher salary. I don't know how it will be in your countries. So higher education of level first bachelor level represented by free programs such biology, nursing, and social work. Next level, specialist level, which is unique for Russia, and most popular program is general medicine for Indian students, for example. Next popular program is dentistry. Most of students in dentistry are students from so-called Arabic world. Egyptians, students from Iraq, students from Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, students from Gulf countries, UAE, etc. And next popular program is pharmacy. These three programs available in English medium. And next programs, which I will talk later, will be available in Russian medium, such as pediatrics, such as preventive medicine, and clinical biochemistry and clinical psychology. With our partners, if they find a group of students who are ready to study in these programs, we can organize English medium programs as well as a unique experience for our partner as educational solutions. No problem. So, for example, clinical biochemistry or clinical psychologist in English medium, no problem. Postgraduate courses. I think our audience mostly represented by people who just graduated school, but let me say a few words about this. Master's level, four programs: biology, public health, industrial pharmacy, social work. I will emphasize that each program has subdivisions. For example, biology have subdivision of biotechnology, bioinformatics. Public health has uh, healthcare management in dentistry, for example, disaster management program, etc. So for any taste, we can find master's degree program for you. And one important thing, if you don't have medical background, medical diploma, I think this is the last year when you can apply for master's degree, for example, public health. If your parents are very rich, they can buy your own clinic, but your previous education is bachelor of I don't know, chemistry or anything. You just graduate our public health master's degree program and put it in your office, and you will be managing this private clinic efficiently and with full awareness that you managing this hospital with full legacy. Next level of program, residency program with 77 specialties available for you. And each year we increase the number of specialties available for residency. PhD fellowship is a specific program for scientific research, and short courses for doctors, more than 400 programs available for you. And these continuous medical education programs are also could be customized for any taste. For any taste. For example, we had some requests from Arabic doctors. They want to come and attend some animal model, sorry, we call it wet lab animal operations, which are not available, which are, for example, prohibited in their countries. They come and operate, practicing for 1 month, 2 weeks, whatever they want. So some photographs from students' experience, happy students. We have our own surgical club for international students, and within 2 weeks we will have a big surgical Olympiad for, and I hope our international team will win this Olympiad. And our university have a lot of facilities and a lot of tutors, mentors who will make you fully open with your all talents you have hidden in your mind and body. From language, we have some students who are talented and very open clubs. For example, we have club for Spanish language, which conducted by Colombian students, for Arabic language, which handled by students from Egypt, Farsi by Iranian students, etc. Also, our university is a host of many congresses, conferences on global level. And maybe some of you will ask how this situation, like sanctions, affected this partnership, this lifestyle which we had before. I would say kind of minimal impact. If previously teachers from Europe were able to travel and physically present, now they're able to attend these conferences online. Some of them come and attend it offline. I think no restrictions. We can't say that we're feeling some restrictions at all. And this Olympiad, which I was talking about, last year we had 25 teams, more than 150 students from 10 countries. And it's not only former USSR countries, of course. Students from China, students from Europe, and teachers also, and judges who judging the competition also was some international faculty. And we're practicing this multilingual, polylingual educational environment and extracurricular activities for any culture, any nation, and students are open to reveal all their talents, and we're celebrating famous holidays which they have in their countries, and they will not feel alone. I said that we have a representative of 60 countries, and you will find, I think, friends from your country also. We're thinking about future, of course, and preparation for future licensing exam. Currently, we're practicing your preparation for UCMLE and Indian FMGE exam. But I think those exams which are conducted in Egypt, for example, last year we had huge amount of alumni from Egypt. All of them successfully passed these exams. Indian students' success rate this year was 75%. All guys successfully passed, and they start their internship. Some of them in some countries without internship, they started their professional careers. And about faculty, English-speaking faculty. This slide represents just little small piece of our brilliant faculty. 18 famous doctors from all countries, which are included in famous rankings as Times Higher Education, QS, ARVU, and they are top 500, ranked top 500 in these rankings. And they are also a faculty of our university, a part of our teachers. Sometimes we hire our alumni. For example, we increase our teachers position from 50 to 100 positions per year, and about 10 to 25% of new positions occupied by international faculty, our former students or doctors whom we never knew before. And not only doctors, we have two teachers who are teachers of humanitarian studies. One Iranian teacher, she teaching our Russian students. She is a teacher of English, and the Indian teacher, she is working in Department of Pedagogy. She is a teacher of bioethics, for example. COVID is not forgotten yet. Our experience in COVID is huge, and our university clinic was the best COVID hospital in our province. And we shared our experience with other countries. We was sent by university to 3 countries like Abkhazia, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan, our friendly countries, for help in this program of COVID relief. Also, we visited 5 provinces of Russia to share our experience. More than 100 our doctors from hospital, university hospital, and same amount of students was, and then same amount of residents were sent to different locations to share our experience. So and during COVID, all our students had opportunity to work in COVID hospitals. And in the beginning of the COVID, 378, if I'm not mistaken right now, students begin working hospitals and getting salary. Our Center of Volunteering is very famous. It takes its history from 2010, and by 2014 we were such strong that we were invited, and we won the governmental grant to be a center of volunteering in Sochi Olympiad in 2014. So since then, our Center of Volunteering is developing so fast that during COVID, our volunteers, our students who participate in this volunteering center were very helpful for healthcare industry, as well as just delivering food, helping elder population in our city and beyond Ufa in our republic. Our campus is constantly growing and constantly renovating. You see new buildings, and now outside my office, construction is still going. New campuses, new buildings are in process of construction. And now we finally get to the strictly to the point about admission process. So important deadlines for Russian medium programs will start from June 20th and finish in August 31st. And from September 1st, Russian medium programs are supposed to start. They supposed to start. English medium programs have a longer period of admission from June 20 till October 41st, and education academic year will start from November 41st. Requirements are quite liberal. We are not asking about IELTS, we're not asking about our certificates, we're just asking average chemistry, biology, and English points about 60 and higher. Of course, your educational certificate must be equivalent to high school education, to 12-year education in Russia. It's for some countries, for most of the Arabic world, this equivalent certificate is compulsory. That's why sometimes it's like useful to take the help of consultancy, like our partners Educational Solution, because application for this certificate probably could be a tough journey for you. But if you're ready for this journey, no problem. Documents to be submitted, I think we already discussed. Most important thing, take your vaccination certificates and health certificates as well. Because now if you come to Russia, and I think if you get the vaccine for any disease, you shouldn't be vaccinated again. So, but you must have proof that you're already vaccinated. So the process of admission depicted on this scheme, you apply, you wait for approval. After approval, we sending you link for entrance test. I should emphasize that online tests available only in authorized facilities and could be operated by only partners which we can trust, so which can provide appropriate equipment and appropriate procedure of exam to avoid cheating, etc. So that means students who apply directly, probably we will ask them to appear in Russia and pass this entrance test, because we cannot allow you to have this exam in your apartment, because we have zero guarantee that you will not using books or other aids to pass this exam. Second thing, you get in your visa invitation, you're applying for visa to Russian embassy, and after getting visa, you traveling to Russia, and we accepting you to our amazing team. And just a few words about our rules. Our university is very strict, and some students, especially from Arabic world, they at home they are under strict parent supervision, and when they come to another country, they feel relaxed, like Europa, democracy, etc., etc. No, we have very strict rules, and we expelling students if they're not attending classes, if they misbehaving, etc., etc. So rules: no drugs, no smoking, no alcohol. These all things is prohibited in our university at all. So, and my final message to students: We want motivated, we want educated students who wish to be good doctors, and we are ready to help them to make their dream real. Thank you very much for having me. If students have questions, let's give them this opportunity. And Alina?
Thank you so much for the presentation. It was very inspiring, very informative. I think before we jump to the questions, we need to watch the video of actually the students of the university who made it themselves. Let's watch it and then answer all the questions that we have.
So guys, here we have laparoscopic tower. In laparoscopic tower we have a monitor. Here we have an endoscope, a light source. Here we can adjust the brightness, and also here we have a calculator. So when all of these things come together, it helps us possible, or it makes it possible for operation, to perform an operation. So guys, as we can see, we have different kinds of laparoscopic instruments. I will show you some of them. First of all, here we have Maryland ligature. Here it cuts and coagulates. It's very helpful. And here we have laparoscopic needle holder. Very important for suturing internal organs. And we have scissors, curved scissors. And we have the dissectors here, as we can see. So you have to hold like this, your ring finger here, and the finger goes like this. So you can cut it and open it.
So that's our room for microvascular surgery. As you can see here, we have several microscopes. So I think modern surgery heavily relies on microsurgery, for example, neuro-oncology or endometrial surgery. Microsurgery is very, very important there. So we use those microscopes to do, for example, neural repair or neural sutures for example, microvascular surgery.
I think that all the students are already future students, motivated enough. Let's answer their questions to help them through this process. So the first question is, I saw on your website that PhD fellowship is available. Is it also for international students?
Yes, PhD fellowship available for any student, regardless of country of origin, but PhD fellowship is not same program as you can apply just by submitting the documents. PhD fellowship require first of all your educational background. Second, you must be approved by your scientific advisor. Why? Because we should be 100% sure that you will, at the end of the program, you will finish your dissertation, and before you graduate your program, you will make this PhD dissertation fully closed, and you will get this PhD degree. Unfortunately, for international students without, for example, those who never been in Russia, graduates of foreign universities, it will be not easy to write this PhD thesis. PhD thesis is like this book. So it could be tough, but it's possible. Just a few days ago, our university visited by our faculty. He was our former PhD student. So he is also Arabic. He is from UAE. Now he is working in Sharjah. He is head urologist of Sharjah. After getting this PhD, he got this promotion, and now he is famous in the United Arab Emirates. Everything is possible.
Wow, such a wonderful example. All right. Okay. Are there any programs of medical residency in English? Next question.
It is possible to organize medical residency in English. It's not a problem at all. But one thing which you should be aware of, that Russian patients are not very good in English. So most of doctoring, most important part of doctoring is history taking. So you must be able to ask your patient, what is your chief complaint? What was your past medical history? What was your social status? What is your job? What are your professional risks, etc., etc. So nowadays, how we handle this situation? We invite students and we make the program of residency and simultaneous program, which is similar to preparatory year. Or we invite this applicant for 1 year of how we call this pre-residency. During this pre-residency, kind of preparatory year, and during this pre-residency, he is studying Russian language, and he is allowed to visit the clinical departments as an observership. And after graduating this 8 months or 6 months program, he applying to residency and having no problem. For some specialties, English is not a problem. Then this history taking is not very, very important. But for most for example, pharmacy, preventive medicine, laboratory, English medium available, no problem. No limitation.
Understandable. So at this year, they can learn Russian, right? So they can contact with the patient in the future more easily, right?
Yes.
Or other subjects as well?
Other subjects also.
Understandable. All right. An interesting question. Are there any French medium programs in your university?
Unfortunately, not available right now. But we were trying to organize 3 years of French medium courses and then switching to Russian. But when we had such huge intake of English medium students, we have to stop this program because we don't have enough teachers to handle it. So last year we had more than 3,000 applicants, and to avoid any conflicts, we have to accept half of them, but we have more than 1,500 who was expecting admission, but we cannot accept them because of our capacity.
Understandable. I think this French medium program isn't the easiest to implement into the university, especially
But
in
English
Russian.
is easy. English is easy.
English is easy, exactly. I think most people speak it, and it's easy to learn. Okay, how much will be the cost for preparatory department this year? Most popular question.
140,000 rubles, which we just calculated about
1,600, 700.
Sort
Something like this in dollars.
Yeah, but dollar is jumping from 50 to 70 in Russia.
Yeah, so
dollar nowadays is just a paper. A ruble.
Just a paper. So you can check your currency on your, I don't know, bank sites, right? how it correlates with rebel. Okay. I was studying general medicine in Ukraine in the 4th year, and I went back to my home country. Can I transfer to university, and what are the requirements?
And we accept transfer from any part of the world, not only from this former Ukraine. So one main problem with the educational program, the curricula is different in Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine, most of the time, were directed to European or this bachelor and master system, and our specialty level is much higher. So the hours difference, the gap. I'm trying to recollect in mind my current students. So if a student, for example, in clinical year 4, 5, 6, they have to handle the gap of 50 to 150 hours per 10 or 15 subjects in total. And if you comprise it in general, it will be more than 1,000 hours. I think sometimes it could be not bearable for transfer students, and they, for example, after 4th year in Ukraine, they switch to 2nd year in Russia.
It will be easier
And
for them
I'm
not to
not
be in
saying
Russia.
the education in Ukraine is worse than in Russia, just the difference in curricula.
Yeah, in subjects and hours. Okay, understandable. All right. And I think every situation is personal. Maybe a student want to transfer from the other country as well. So I think they just need to contact us, Education Solutions, and we will help you. You can send us your hours and subjects, and we will contact the university. So you will not have a problem. You will get to know
And
what you can do
student must
in
be
your
not
situation.
expelled, which is most important.
Expelled.
Student must be current student. What Ukrainian university do, they are not allowing transfer. If student wants to escape, they expel him, and
They
in
expel the
Russia
student.
we can't
We
accept
cannot
it. Yes.
accept that. All right. Okay. Next question. Should I have any certifications to get admitted to the university? Certifications.
I think this question refers to type of documents which applicant should submit. Educational certificate, sometimes he must submit equivalent certificate, and no other documents except passport are needed. So we're not asking for TOEFL, IELTS, any language proficiency test are not needed. We trust
And if
to
you have
our
any questions,
partners, and you select students accordingly. So we trust you. But for students who are applying directly, we're making these video calls and check the language capacity in personal. But we trust
exactly.
for trust our partners, and partners selecting students, and we skip this step.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you can just contact us. We will check all your documents. Just call us, text us, and we will do all the work required.
But formal
Right?
certificates are not needed.
That's important. Okay. Can we do our practices there as foreign students in the hospitals while we're studying in English? And are there any opportunities to work as assistants in the clinics? And after graduation also?
I think the answer is not can, is must. After when you go to second semester of 1st year, you will be sent to hospital. Early clinical
You have no
exposure.
choice.
No choice.
Yeah.
And also students after on 2nd year, they can go to their countries for clinical practice, if for summer practice. But we must make an agreement between hospital and our university. That's all.
Okay, that's great. All right, and the last question. Very interesting. Did the sanctions affect the quality of education in Russia, since there are no invited lecturers from other countries and exchange programs?
No, exchange programs haven't stopped. We are going, and the number of students involved in exchange programs are increasing. Um, Also, I would not say the geography of exchange program changed dramatically. Yes, the number of European or American universities which we able to send students or accept students a little bit decreased, but it's all about logistic, not about like willingness or connection between specialists, between doctors remain stable. As I said, doctors everywhere are doctors, regardless of any situation. And about quality of education, about visiting professors, no. Number of countries after these sanctions, I would say the number increased. Uh, by some other countries. So new countries which we never thought about were open for us. We open them because we made some planning, like we of course thought same way that sanction will affect us, and we made some planning to extend our geography, but well, after 1 year and 1 year and a few months, revealed that no affection. No,
Nothing changed.
even I would say the number of international students last year was 2 times fold higher than previous.
Okay, so it's only increased. And what about the quality of education? Did it go down somehow because of the sanctions?
No, we still
It was all.
get English books, no problem. So European and American companies, they want money. Some things which politics do, I think normal people
Are not
thinking
affected.
about our things, not about
Yeah,
politics.
especially in medicine. Especially in
Yeah.
medicine. Okay, these were all the questions that our students were interested in. Thank you so much for taking part in our live. Again, students, if you have any other questions, our future students, you can contact us. We will answer all your questions. You can call us, text us. All the social media is linked down below. And thank you again for taking part. And have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.